Today I'm going to talk to you about how to gather text evidence for your Anne Frank lit essay. The first thing you're going to do is briefly explain why you chose your theme. So my theme is the Jewish family, and I chose this theme because I know a lot about it, but more or less I also chose this theme so I could be a good model to you guys without taking any of the themes that you might want to write on. So I knew that this probably was going to be only a theme that interests me, and that's why I chose it for myself. Number two, you're going to skim starting at the beginning of the book, and you're looking pretty much for quotes to use as evidence of your theme. So that's the second thing you're going to watch me do, which is kind of boring to watch, but then you find myself being able to get that text evidence, and of course I'm going to cite my page number that I found the quote on. So I found it on page 4, and I definitely put that down on my particular paper. Number 5, I'm going to explain why this quote shows my theme. So this is the analysis piece, just getting myself ready to show that I understand my theme and I understand how the quote represents that theme. Repeating these steps 1 through 5 until you have at least 6 quotes down is extremely important. So again, I'm going to go back and I'm going to keep reading and skimming my book until I find another example. And this example is on page 33. And it doesn't have to be like the exact same. So I started off with talking about the role of the grandparents in the Jewish family. Now I'm talking about the role of modesty in the Jewish family. I'm trying to look at my theme from a lot of different angles. That's one thing that I'm kind of trying to model for you right now, is that like there's a lot of different ways for you to explore different themes. The third thing I'm doing is talking about like favoritism of Jewish children and like why that's part of the upbringing that we see with Anne Frank and why that's part of Jewish upbringings in general. I want to note for you guys a few different pieces to be mindful of as you are writing down your quotes. The first piece I want you to be mindful of is when you're copying down your quote, you need to make sure that it's an exactly perfectly copied quote. So you can see like you want your capitalization to be the same, you want your spelling to be the same, you want your words to be the same. So you're being really, really careful to copy down those quotes so that they are exactly the same as they appear in the Anne Frank book. The second thing to note is just you're putting those quotation marks around your quote. So quotation mark at the beginning, a quotation mark at the end. That shows that it came from an outside source. It's not your own words. The third thing is that page number again. The fourth thing is if you find a quote that matches a theme that you've already called out, you just kind of tuck it under the next quote. You can see I just did that with that top kind of grandparent role. Okay, that's all for right now. Goodbye.